Good morning. Peace and blessings. How's everybody doing today? Okie dokie. So we are at Thursday. Thursday is the day that Jupiter rose. And Jupiter is currently at the 0 degree of Aries. This is such a beautiful thing. And my question is, just to sort of honor Jupiter and honor its power in your life, begin to awaken to Jupiter and what it does. Think about where you were 12 years ago. What was going on for you 12 years ago? And because Jupiter was where it is now 12 years ago. And so, I was 12 years ago, Jupiter, I was starting, I was working for this company called, I don't even know the fucking name of it, but I was working for a company selling insurance to teachers. And it was like selling the kind, like Affleck type insurance, right? And the script was you had to go say to people things like 50% of people will get cancer. And I would just remember thinking, I can't do this. I can't do this. I cannot program these people to believe that they are definitely going to get sick. And so they need to get insurance. So when they do get sick, the insurance will pay for their bills while they're recovering. It just was so against my integrity. I literally, I could cry right now thinking about it, because teachers are so valuable in our country, right? Teachers are the core of everything. And the predatory systems around them that prevent them from being able to do their job, all that sort of stuff. I don't need to get on my soapbox. Y'all know my fucking soapbox. But that's what I was doing 12 years ago. And it was exactly when I started, I decided, okay, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to start coaching. And I started coaching full time. I started my full-time coaching 12 years ago with Jupiter in Aries. And here I am today, and it is what I do. It's all that I do. I have classes, all that sort of, it has totally blossomed. So go check and see where you were 12 years ago and what was going on in your life. So Jupiter is, give thanks for Jupiter. In the Kemetic, Jupiter is Ma'at, balance, harmony, fairness. Jupiter is, and that just brings up so much emotion, because we need that so much right now. We need so much balance. We need so much fairness. Because we are living in a world that is run amok, that is fucking crazy, that is filled with greed and competition and the hustle and bustle, and there's no sacred practice, there's no understanding of our divinity, there's no submission to the divine and its creation. It's all hustle and strife, and because of it, we're all sick and we're all tired and we're all exhausted. You know what I mean? We're all just barely hanging on, because we are so far away from the divine blueprint. But it's always right available. Even if we're really far away, all we have to do, one of the things I loved about going to Egypt and seeing it firsthand was, all you have to do is turn the other way and a whole nother reality opens up. It's the ego is this way, and it's all the competition and fighting and killing and hustling and lying and thieving and power struggles. And then Spirit says, turn the other way to heaven, to the divine, and all of that will go away. And it's really fucking true. And we just don't believe it. We just don't believe that it is that simple. Because could it possibly be that simple? Could it be that simple? It's that fucking simple. It's that fucking simple. It really is. It is a state of consciousness, and it's your choice. Whatever you choose is what you're going to get. So Jupiter in Aries is coming to assist us in really believing in ourselves, what we're here to do, what we're here to be, what we're here to bring, and cultivating it, right? Cultivating it more than cultivating the ego and the sorrows and the all of that. Like, it's really a choice. It really is a choice. And you might have to make that choice 17,000 times in one day. You might. You might. You might have to make that choice over and over and over again. You might have to ask, okay, Spirit, show me. Over and over and over again. I'm sorry, I'm just watching this little boy. He's like 4 years old. And he's dribbling this basketball. He's so fucking good. Okay. You might have to make that choice over and over and over again, but it's worth it. It's worth it. And so Jupiter at the 0 degree is placement. It's literally asking you to decide. Decide, choose ye this day whom you will serve. Choose ye this day whom you will be served. Will it be God or will it be man? And guess what? Any choice is fine. Any choice you make is perfect. If you choose man, you are going to go into the pits of hell and you get to be in that experience. It is a worthy choice. It is a fine experience to choose. It is totally okay. Have fucking fun. Yes. And if you choose God, you get to have peace. You get to rest. You get to be in the luxurious experience of what it means to be a God on earth. And either choice is fine. It's up to you. Choose ye this day. Which one you want? It's all good. Either way. And whatever you choose, just have fun with it. Like the goddess Enchantress said, whatever you choose, have fucking fun. If you're going into hell, fucking have fun in that motherfucker. Like, give in to all the sorrow and all the pain and all the divisiveness. Get lost in it. Get drowned in it. And make it fucking worth your while. And then, when you're ready to make another choice, because you can, it's that simple, and you choose to lift your head and your consciousness to the higher realms, because you can, and then you get to go, oh wow, that was fascinating. That was an interesting choice. Because sometimes we need the duality to understand what we're really up to. Sometimes we need the experience of hell to realize how valuable heaven is, to realize that we are creative, to realize that we can create whatever we desire. We need to understand that it's a mindset, it's a consciousness, it's a choice, and it's yours. Have it your way. Have it your way. All right, y'all. The moon today is in Libra, and the moon in Libra is all about partnership. It's all about others, and the sun is in Taurus, and so this is about a lot of our, because Venus is ruling this eclipse, this is about a lot of our sensual nature, right? Our sensual sexuality. So this is a really great time to be healing the old patterns around our sexual desires. I know for me, like, oh gosh, let me talk, because we're about to have a full moon in Scorpio. And, you know, like there's this saying, like, women love the bad boy, right? Women love the bad boy. And that's the thing that my father was. He was a fucking bad boy. And it's so fascinating. When my father died, he was pushed from a window. It was like a 2-story window. It wasn't even tall. So it didn't even make sense that he died from it. But I actually don't want to talk about that. His funeral is what I want to talk about. because he was a bad boy. And when my father died, his funeral was filled with women who were women who considered him their leader. So fucking ridiculous to say that shit out loud. But he was a pimp, right? So women who worked for him. And I remember sitting maybe I was on the second row at the church with my mother, and my mother was stoic. Like, she literally did not shed a fucking tear. And I remember watching her. I was 13. I was just watching her, like, because all these fucking women behind us were, is going on here? We were at church, y'all. We were at church. We were at my grandfather's church, because my grandfather, it's a church. It's still there when I visit recently, right? So we're in the church and it's packed. It's standing room only. The walls are covered with people, every seat. My grandmother just in a fury. You guys are gonna go, everybody who's following him is gonna be just like him. My grandmother's just so enraged with her Bible-toting stuff. And if you guys have been to a Christian funeral, I hate Christian funerals. I hate them, because it's all like, yes, and Jesus and all that. Who gives a fuck about Jesus? Fuck Jesus, okay? Fuck Jesus, right? But literally all these women who were just crying and wailing and I was like, this shit is insane. This is the crazy. And I'm just there taking it all in and watching my mother be stoic, did not drop a fucking tear, and my grandmother going off, and my father in a casket. My father dead. And the last time I had seen him was like maybe a few months prior, and he was in church. We were in the very same church, and he was kneeling on one knee asking for forgiveness. And I remember thinking, oh, maybe this is the time. It's going to bring him back. Maybe I'm going to get my father back. And the next time I saw him was the very same place, but he was in a casket. I'm telling you, you cannot make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. And so it's almost like, I don't want to read into his soul's thing, but we were born on the same day, so I sort of can. It's like God said, you're not going to play with this, and you will come back here if you don't get it together. And he came back in a casket, and that was it. And I got to listen to 20, 30 women cry. I got to watch my mother be fucking stoic, and I got to watch my grandmother be, self-righteous in her anger and her justification of his lifestyle, which took him out, which was her thing. And we get to live any way we want. You can have it your way. I don't know that I'm bringing a book out. I really don't feel like doing it. I don't feel like writing a book, honestly. I don't. But you get to have it your way. You get to have it your way. You get to live by the laws of man. And if you live by the laws of man, you die by the laws of man. Because white people run this shit. That's how it is. White people run this shit. They are bloodsuckers. They are fucking bloodsuckers. They are here for your life force. That's why they brought us over here 400 years ago to suck the fucking life out of us. And they're doing a really good job of it. They're doing a good job of it in all these incredible ways. Like, they've created all these systems that force us to have to become great in order to thrive here. And great for them, great for their, admonishments, right? Great for them feeling good, like basketball and football. All that's white people shit. Fuck all that shit. I pray that it all disseminates into the hell that it really is and burns and turns into nothing, because it's all bullshit. It's all just energy drains is what it is. The political system, all bullshit. I pray death on all of these motherfuckers. Seriously, like, I just pray that they drop dead right where they are, just collapse into nothing, and become ashes, so that we can all just be free from them. That's my prayer, honestly. And so, yes, It is a powerful time to be alive, and it's time for you to decide who do you choose to serve. Do you choose to serve the creator of all things, or do you choose to serve man? And guess what? It's your choice. Have it your way. There is no wrong way. So, Jupiter means that you are the king or queen. You are the ruler of your life. Nobody has power over you except that you give it. And if you give it, then you deal with the consequences. If you don't, then you live in heaven on earth. It's up to you to decide. And you can cut the cords. You can become sovereign in any way you choose, in any way, in every single area of your life. You do not have to subject yourself to anything that you do not feel is true or of value to you. The moon in Libra, make sure that you are really understanding that the people that are in your life are a reflection of you. They are a reflection. They are a mere reflection of you. They're either reflecting who you have been in the past, who you can be now, or who you will be in the future. It's so simple. The trajectory, like your actions create a ripple effect. And this is an energetic system. So your actions create an energy that sends out a signal of what you're up to. And the people in your life are following that signal. Whether they know it or not, they are. Your internal frequency is sending out a signal to everyone. Whether you know it or not, it's happening. We're about to have this full moon eclipse in Scorpio. This energy is really powerful. It's cutting cords and cutting ties with things that no longer serve us. And death, and here's the thing, right? What I know for me, it's like death to the parts of me that felt like I needed somebody to rule me. Death to the parts of me that believed that I couldn't rule and govern myself. Death to the parts of me that would feel like somebody else has more value than me. Death to the frequencies and the vibrations that I have sent out that would say that I need somebody else to come make this shit feel right for me, other than the divine, other than God, other than the creator of all of this. Death to all those parts that will rely on some sort of external source. You get it? Because we are sending out signals and people are responding to the signals. The system responds to the signals. So when you kill the parts of you that believe that it's worthless and sad and alone, and when you kill those parts and resurrect the part of you that knows that you are God and God alone, and no one has any power over you except that you hand it to them, that you are a sovereign being because you are made in the image and likeness of God. And so as we drain our energy from those old ways, these systems cannot stand any longer. They have to die. They have to. They don't have a choice in the matter. Because if you stop feeding them, just the way we stopped using 8-track tapes, remember? For those of you who are old enough. There used to be something called an 8-track tape. And you just don't use it anymore. You just are like, oh, I don't need that shit any longer. I'm done with it. And then it's it. That's it. There's nothing to talk about any longer, right? You just don't need it, right? I don't need permission to terminate a pregnancy because I know how to do it on my own. I don't need a doctor to do it because I can do it on my own, safely, lovingly, just by talking to my body, by talking to my womb, by saying to the soul, I'm not ready yet. Come when I'm ready, right? By loving yourself, really being in tune with the rhythms of your own body and your own pleasure and your own psyche. Thank you. I'm not ready yet. I'll let you know when I am. Then your body starts to bleed. But instead, what we do, panic. Oh my God, oh my God. I used to do it too. So I'm not judging anybody because I did it too. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then your body holds on. Then you're sending a mixed signal, right? It's like, you got to send the right signals. You got to know how to be in power, in dominion over the reality. Your body is a tool. It's a servant to you. But if you're not on the throne in your own consciousness, so be it. All right, y'all. Peace and blessings. I really want to read these comments. Let me see. But the light is so bright. The light is so bright, I can't even see. All right, so let me go see. The light is so bright. What a great problem to have, right? There's so many. Oh, I can't. I'm not going to be able to read all these. If y'all made a comment that was really good, please send it to me in a private message. Because once I close this, the live, the comments go away and I can't read them. And I can't read them. So look how they're arresting all these rappers in Atlanta using their lyrics. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it's so fascinating. You cannot say. All right, y'all. Peace and blessings. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye. Oh, come join the Mercury retrograde class so we can rewrite these stories. That's what I had to say. Today's the last day. That's what I'm saying. Today is the last day to join the Mercury retrograde class so you can rewrite your stories and look at what your stories have been and begin to rewrite them. The Mercury retrograde class, because we are in a Mercury retrograde and we can shift all this stuff. So come join the class. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.